Okay, I'm Mike Cleveland. I'm the National Sales Manager for Great Plains Manufacturing. We're in Kansas City this week for our biennial National Dealer Meeting. I have here the SD3000, SD standing for short disc, and 3000 meaning 30 feet wide. It's a unique design. If you look at this for a heavy disc in the U.S. today, it's what's called a parallel gang disc, in that the front gangs and the rear gangs are all parallel and fairly short coupled. There are several advantages to this. One of them being that we can manufacture this in wider and wider widths and still fold it up without a lot of problems. When you're parallel gang, you don't get a lot of spread between the front gang and the rear gang. So that's from a purely logistic standpoint, it folds up easier. From a working standpoint in the field, when you do parallel gang and you go wider, the distance from the front gangs to the rear gangs never changes. So you don't keep getting wider and wider and wider, because the farther you spread those gangs, the more chance there is for uneven finish in the field behind the disc harrow. This has the European influence in it, in that every blade is individually mounted with its own bearing assembly and its own C-shank here. Okay, they're 10 inches apart. They have not only a pitch or an angle like a disc harrow would have, but they have a pitch to them. And by putting this pitch in here and this angle and then putting them side by side, you create a lot of tilling action fast, because both blades grab the same soil at the same time and fracture it and pick it up. Okay. This bearing design is unique. Virtually every disc harrow on the market out there today does ball bearings in the gangs. Ball bearings do not tolerate side loads, as well as tapered roller bearings. These are actually double pier tapered roller bearings. This is to our design specs, and Pier builds and assembles the bearing assemblies for us. They're preloaded to 600 pounds, fully assembled. There's a spacer here. You just tighten them down and it's done. Okay. The blades are actually adjustable. They're shipped. We plan to ship them from the factory angled at 21 degrees on the front, 18 degrees on the rear, but the blades can actually be 21, 18, 16, or 14 degrees. They are manually adjustable. Okay. The rear part of the package is what we call the consolidation roller back here. This also basically is European influences coming into this country. This is a cast roller of our design. Simply takes the fractured, tilled up soil and consolidates. I guess the term we use today is consolidation. It just smooths everything down, makes all the particles pretty uniform, creates little ridges there so you don't get a lot of runoff from water. It causes the water to soak in better. Okay.